Everybody, how's it going? It is March 10th, 2022. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news, and of course, if you have been playing the game, you might have noticed a little surprise in-game telling you that we are going to get part 2 of the Kimetsu no Yaiba collab, and there is a lot of news related to that today, so without further ado, let's get going. So, the part 2 of the Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer collab begins on March 15th, and that will be at noon Japan time, so we will be able to enjoy the fun that comes with that. And of course, with a collab means more gacha monsters. The first one we will introduce is Rengoku Ko Kyojiro here in the fire element. His abilities look like super null damage wall, null magic circle, wood slayer, wood resist M. That's all on the main. Gauge gives you super null warp and inner strength. Strike shot is a 24+4 follow-up attack to the first hit enemy. And again, as is always the case with collab monsters, you should look at the official video from Monster Strike to get an idea of what their strike shot actually does. Just saying a follow-up attack is really undercutting what power these collab characters usually have with their strike shot. So make sure you take a look at that. He also has two fire bomb combos, one being the Involute Sphere Narrow, so it's a little bit of a tighter spiral formation you get, and then you also get a super exploding slashes. Actually, I don't think that should be actually maybe that is a fire type. Anyways, he has a pierce type balance, so that's always good to see. And of course, you know, being able to get that wood slayer on the main means the bomb combo gets advantage of that. That was the fact you've got super null damage roll along with the magic circle and super null warp. 3 nulls slayer looks like a pretty solid kit for sure. Next up is Uzu Tengen in the light element, and his abilities look like super null damage wall, minesweeper L, super laser stop, status effect resist. That's always a good one, and you can see that's all on the main, so no gauge for Uzu Tengen here. Strike shot is a 12+8 attacks while moving. Like, I think there's something specific about the sword that he has that was called out in the description. But again, make sure you follow up on the official video to see what his strike shot actually looks like in whole. Of course, the details of everybody's strike shot will be in my rundown video for the collab once it's out for a few days, and we'll see how strong or not it actually is. His bomb combo is the very attractive Attach Bomb 6 along with a Chozetsu Blast. Blast type with Attach Bomb, that's the kind of combination you love seeing. That is a very strong bomb combo, and I think you'll be able to do a lot of good stuff with Uzui, especially since he has a super that's for damage as well as healing, on top of a nice Minesweeper L. So maybe not so like the nulls are, you know, your vanilla level gimmicks, but not too bad. And the last one is going to be Kamado Nezuko. Now, this is important to keep in mind. The Nezuko that you got in the first collab was a free monster, right? You were able to get it by logging in and doing simple missions, right? These two monsters are going to be separate, so that one does not turn into this version of Kamado Nezuko. So don't be like, oh, I have her, I'm gonna be able to transcend her that way. No. This is a separate monster. This is a gacha monster, so please keep that in mind. Kamado is going to be a wood type monster, and her abilities are super null damage wall, down position slayer. Again, that means if any enemy is on the bottom half of the screen, you'll be able to target them for slayer damage. She also has, unsurprisingly, the Demon Slayer Mazoku type M, regen M as well on the main. She also has null magic circle and null speed down wall on the gauge. Strike shot is a 16+8 speed and power up. She also heals all touch friendly units with their status effects, as well as doing a follow-up attack to the first enemy she hit. Bump combo is a wood rampage laser EL1, right, just pushing lasers in all directions, as well as a reflect shockwave 12, which is also a wood type. And those are the new gacha monsters for the collab. You also have the ability to pick up some 4-5 star monsters. They feature Sabito and Makomo in the same unit as a water type, and you also get Kanao Tsuyuri in the dark element. And that gacha will be active starting March 15th all the way up until April 2nd. In addition, when you do a 10 pull with the gacha, you are going to be able to get one of these 9 good job stickers. And of course, these are completely random, but it is good that you will never get a dupe. So once you pick one, it'll be removed from the pool, and then your next 10 pull is 1 out of 8, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 6. That also means if you want all 9 here, you're gonna have to do 9 10 pulls. And again, this is specifically a 10 pull. If you do a single pull, it's not gonna apply for this reward. So do keep that in mind. Now, of course, we had monsters from the first part of the collab. They will be getting Transcension Kais. And the first one we'll take a look at is Kamado Tanjiro here. And I know thanks to, Kimetsu no Yaiba, like a lot more people are able to read that first kanji for Kamado. Very difficult, but even at least when I recognize it, I can be like, oh, okay, that busy mess down there, yeah, that's totally Kama. Anyway, his abilities are Null Gravity Barrier, Demon's Bane, right? I guess that's also appropriate. Mafuji also has Laser Stop on the main. Gauge is Super Null Warp and Vital Killer. On the Connect skill, it's it's a Super Minesweeper M. And to activate that, you need to have at least one monster that has a different class than Tanjiro here, or your team's total luck is at least 100 or higher. Strike Shot is at 18 plus 4 speed and power up, and you get to do a follow-up attack after you are done moving. Bump Combo is a fire double energy circle L along with some Chozetsu slashes. Well, I mean, Minesweeper, which is a super, which is always good. You also have Slayer on the main, so that double energy circle is gonna take advantage of that, as well as the Chozetsu slashes. Some utility there with Laser Stop, but of course that Vital Killer is always nice. Any monster above 50% of their HP will be targeted for Slayer damage. So not bad. I think that's pretty good for sure. Next up is Tomioka Gyu, and I don't know, this is just a personal thing with me being a Hinatazaka fan. One of the members refers to her mom as being Tomioka, which is always funny, I guess. His abilities for the Transcension Kai is, I know that was a weird tangent, sorry. Super Null Gravity Barrier, Magic Circle Boost, and Null Block on the gauge. Connect skill is a Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer along with a Bump Combo Boost. The requirements for Gyu here is to have one or more different types, so as long as you have a different something that's not balanced in your team, then you will activate it, or your team total luck is 100 or more. I mean, be able to get Bump Combo Boost with that is really nice because Trident Laser EL and a long sword. Well, I don't know about the long sword slash. I never really liked that one. I don't think anybody really does. But getting a nice boost with that laser is going to be really nice, I'm sure. Strike Shot is a 16 plus 8 speed and power up, and then all enemies that are going to attack after Tomioka uses his Strike Shot will have their attacks nulled, and that means just completely will do 0 damage. Let's see. Am I missing anything? No, but Super Null Gravity Barrier means you're going to be able to move around. Nope. Magic Circle Boost, you're able to ignore one of the more annoying gimmicks in the game, which is always good to see. Block, you get the option to do that, and just some utility on the Connect skills there. And then the last of the original crew is going to be Koto Shinobu here, and her... Sorry, let me check something here. Okay, sorry about that. Let's take a look at her stats. We've got Minesweeper M, No Block, and Recovery M on the gauge. Connect skill is Super Null Damage Wall. So, I mean, it's definitely a sparse looking skill set, which is, I don't know, they seem to be doing this more and more nowadays where, before they were just packing everything, but this one is pretty empty. But, Minesweeper, Damage Wall, and Block, not too bad, I guess. Strike Shot is a 12 plus 12 speed and power up. She will poison all monsters she touches and then recovers friendly units that she touches of their status effects. Bump Combo is a Dark High Cross Stinger as well as a mid-range piercing poison spread 8. And I believe they were saying that Pierce is a new for this mid-range level. So that is going to be really strong. Being able to pierce with poison, that is a nice ability for sure. And of course, as is the case with, previous collabs, their Transcension Kais will be available as soon as a collab begins on March 15th, noon, Japan time. And because everybody always pays for this pack, and now Monster Strike knows that they can get an extra 1,000 yen out of everybody, there is of course a starter pack including all these helpful items. I'm not going to argue against that, but there is a exclusive monster that you can only get by purchasing this paid pack. There's no way to get this monster as a free-to-play player, which is always disappointing, but Zenitsu and Inosuke in a single character is available in the water element. And again, this is a paid pack exclusive. To see his abilities is we got Super Null Gravity Barrier, Counter Slayer on the main. We also have Null Warp and Null Speed Down Wall on the gauge. Strike Shot is a 16+4. Attacks while moving and does a follow-up attack to the first hit enemy. Bump Combo is a Water Super Rankidan, which is random direction firing. And a all enemy Super Lightning. And it's always the case with these paid pack monsters. They're good. They're not game breaking. I don't think there's any need to 100% you should buy this pack, because if you're not, you're going to be suffering on this stage. Or you're going to be missing out on something really strong. I don't think that's the case. But if you like the anime, you think the character is cool, not bad. Also, a perk is that during the collab, this monster will be functioning as a max luck, regardless of the fact that it is only at 5. But keep in mind, it only applies for this collab. Once the collab ends, it goes back down to its standard 5 luck, and there is no way to max luck him, because you can only purchase one of those packs. Now, let's take a look at some of the event monsters that will be showing up in-game. We're going to be taking on these, and you can, of course, farm for them to get them to max luck. We've got Enmu, Daki, Gyutaro, and the 4-5 star monsters are going to be the Spider Demon Sun and the Temple Demon. I think they look pretty cool. So, I'm sure we'll have fun farming these characters for the 2-3 weeks that the game has the Kimetsu no Yaiba collab going. And so these quests will be available until April 2nd, 11:59 Japan time, so plenty of time to go in and farm these characters. Now, of course, we also get a Chokyukyoku Insidious quest. We're going to be taking on Akaza here in the wood element. And his quest is a farming quest, so you're going to have to play it over and over. However, in exchange, all monsters you bring to this quest will be featured at max luck. So you do not need to bring a max luck monster. Every monster is considered a max luck regardless of when you play it. Bring your OPs and farm away. And if you missed out on some of the older collab quests, you can play them in the library for the duration of the collab. But of course, as is always the case, the old Chokyukyoku quest featuring I don't remember. I think it was like the guy with the Tengu mask, right? And that, of course, will not be available. Those Chokyukyoku quests are only available when the original collab is live. There is also going to be a special coin farming quest. It's a special quest that you can take on, and you are going to be collecting these Kisatsutai coins. And I guess that's the Demon Slayer core insignia or something. But you're going to be collecting those coins and exchanging them for goods in the game. How do you get those coins? Where you'll see on the quest there'll be these hyotans, just like containers for liquid, if I remember right. But they'll show up on the stage. If you let them sit for too many turns, they're going to run away, even though it's a bottle. But okay. But what's important here is if you play with co-op on that quest, you will be getting boss drops at the end that drops coins. And the more people you play co-op with, the more coins you will be getting. Right? So this again encourages co-op play. If you're playing with 2 people, you're going to get less than somebody who plays with 3, less than somebody who plays with 4. And if you are playing solo, you're not going to get any drops from the boss directly. So highly recommend playing this with others. If you don't have a group, consider joining the Discord channel to see who else will be interested to farm with you. There's also plenty of Facebook groups, line groups you might be able to find. But of course, if you want, at least from what I'm aware of, the Discord is probably your best bet. Of course, there's also Game With, and those instructions to get onto Game With are also in the Discord channel if you're not clear on how to use it. There are 2 monsters that you can pick up with those coins. First is going to be Murata there in water. You can also get Tamayo and Yushiro in a light element character, again, by collecting enough coins to exchange for them. And for the duration of the collab, those 2 monsters will also feature as max luck monsters. Again, so if you want to use them, this is great for people just starting out. But if you just need some max luck monsters, these 2 monsters are at your disposal to use for the duration of the collab. If you want them to continue to be max luck, make sure you finish farming those coins and getting enough copies to be able to get them to max luck. And here's just a quick look at some of the items that are available. There are more than what you see here, as is the case, but you can see there's like that 20 orbs, but you're gonna have to make sure you spend enough of those coins beforehand before it gets unlocked. Usually it's about 100,000, something like that, right? But it should be pretty easy to max luck those 2 monsters, so definitely do not don't miss out on that. There's also a lot more good job stickers that you can get through the coin exchange as well. And what is a collab without missions? We're gonna get a whole bunch of missions to basically increase the your search level, and the more you complete, the higher your rank goes. You will unlock even more missions and rinse and repeat until you get to the max. Translations for that will come in a little bit. You can find that on either the Discord channel or Monst on Twitter. There are going to be some interesting rewards that you get out of this. Of course, you'll see that Tokudama, even more good job stickers, but you'll see that sword item on 4, 8, and 12. And what that item is a special item that you can use for the Chokyu Kyoku quest against Akaza. Right? Akaza? I already forgot his name. But basically, it will increase your attack and the bump combo values of all of your monsters by 20%, which is pretty big. So if you are interested in doing that, make sure you clear the missions. Also, if you hit rank 15 in your missions, this will be available for purchase by your medals, as if it was just like an SP item. So if you are, of course, struggling to complete, farming his stage, that might be a really good way to make that go by easier. And also another perk is once you get to level 15, you unlock the special mission, which is specifically for Akaza there, and that gives you another special good job sticker along with a badge to show that you completed that quest. And we get some login bonuses. Day 4 and 6, you'll get even more good job stickers just by logging in. And of course on day 3 and 8, you get that ever coveted Tokudama that you can use for a single free pull on the Colab gacha. And we're still going on Monster Strike Day while the collab is active, so that means the 20th and 30th of March. You can also purchase alternate strike shot voices for the 2 characters you see here. They were the ones that showed up on the teaser for the collab, so I guess that's why only those 2 get the alternate voice option. So again, you only have 2 opportunities to do that. It only costs 5 luck, but make sure you don't forget on Monster Strike Day to pick it up if you want. And wow, okay, that was it. And unfortunately, because this video is going up the next day, Monster Strike Day is already over, so hopefully you didn't forget to pick up your Tokudama there. I'm actually not sure if I picked it up on my tablet. I've definitely been lagging on my tablet lately, but hopefully you didn't miss out on that. And of course, you have 2 more opportunities to pick up alternate strike shot voices for Polaris. If you care about that, make sure you don't forget to do that. And of course, we have the debut of Sama on Saturday. We'll see how difficult that stage is going to be. It is a Gozetsu level quest, so it's top tier. Well, I don't know. Chokyukyoku quests are sometimes even worse than Gozetsu's, I feel like. we got Pi Day coming up on March 14th, and to celebrate, we're gonna get Uncharted Lands 31. So we'll see how that stage looks. Hopefully, you have been keeping up on completing those stages. And let's go through the Transcension Kais this week. Unsurprisingly, we're getting Juliet since we got Romeo not too long ago. Her Transcension Kai looks like the following. We've got No Gravity Barrier, Flight, Super No Warp, and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. All of that is on the main. Strike Shot is a 12+8 speed and power up, and she will reveal all weak points of the hit enemies. Bump Combo is a light super solid bullet as well as a wall bomb. And actually, this is not right because I remembered that I forgot to put the connect skills on the initial image. So I know I saved that somewhere. So let me just do an audible and throw that on screen. There you go. I don't know how to do it without making it look weird, but she also has 2 connect skills. Wouldn't make sense, just she's a Transcension Kai monster, but we've got super null damage wall and a double slayer with the Etherian type, the Genju type, as well as a weak point slayer. And the requirements for that is 2 or more monsters with a different class than herself, or 1 or more water types, which obviously is referring to Romeo. If you put those 2 together, you will activate either of their connect skills because they require an element of the other type. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty strong, right? Like, you get that double slayer with the weak point and the Etherian types, and of course her strike shot reveals all weak points. You get that in combination, not that bad. Of course, the nulls are all classic abilities, right? Damage wall, barrier, mines with flight and warp, but that is 4 null, so I think that's pretty not too bad. And I guess we'll have to see if she has a place in the meta. Alright, oops, hold on, I've lost my slide. There we go. And of course, Juliet does have an alternate Christmas version, so if you want, or if you do have that version, make sure you don't forget. I think it looks quite nice there, and good alt art. We got a surprise because we got another Transcension Kai today announced, and that is going to be Genghis Khan. And of course, he is known to be quite useless in the game. So here's his stats. We've got super null damage wall, null magic circle, water resist M, and likewise, I forgot to add the connect skills in the original. So let me pull that in and talk about that here. He has connect skill, super null gravity barrier, and poison slayer EL. He is the first to get an EL slayer, I believe. But the requirement here is that he needs to have a whole party that are not power types. He must be the only power type in the team, and that's the only requirement. So there is no, or 100% luck or something, which is really weird. But that's an interesting skill set. You've got super, both damage wall and gravity barrier. You also have no magic circle, not bad. You get a resist on M, and you got that powerful poison slayer, which your bump combos could take advantage of with that energy sword that's a wood type, or a cross bomber, planes, dropping bombs in a X formation. Strike shot is a 12+8, turning into pierce and doing heavy damage in return of being slow in that movement. So Takemikazuchi is a monster you can use as a reference for that strike shot. So does that get him out of the cellar? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it is nice that you got a super gravity barrier and damage wall, which is cool to see, as well as a magic circle. So if the magic circles start bubbling up more and more often, maybe we'll see Genghis Khan actually having a reason to be used. And that was not all, because we also get a... Oh wait, before we get to that, his Transcension Kai is going to be live early. The Juliet Transcension Kai is available on March 15th, which is your usual Tuesday release dates in Japan. But Genghis Khan will be coming out early on the 13th, and that'll be a Sunday in Japan at noon. So we'll be able to get that Transcension Kai. But that wasn't it. We still got even more Transcensions coming. And this time it is Sherlock Holmes, the old Legends exclusive. She's not a Legends exclusive anymore, I think, right? I don't remember. But that was a surprise. And let's take a look at her skill set here. We've got Super Null Damage Wall, Super Minesweeper L, Light Resist M, Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer, Super Null Speed Down Wall, and Repeat Hit Slayer EL. Ooh, wow. Right, super. That's 4 supers. Minesweeper Damage Wall, and okay, well, Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer is utility. Super Null Speed Down Wall gives you speed as well on top of those 2 attack based supers. You also resist, light damage as well as getting a EL Slayer on the repeat hit. That is quite strong. I guess in exchange her strike shot is just to simply speed and power up 12 plus 8 on that. But her bomb combo is Chozetsu All Direction Shotgun and Chozetsu Wall Moving Bullet. This looks good, and I do have 7 copies of Sherlock Holmes. We'll see how many of those I actually want to fuse together at this point. But this is a nice ability set for Sherlock Holmes for sure. Very excited to see her in action. And if you are one of the lucky people like I am for once, she does have a beautiful New Year's alternate art version for her Transcension. So definitely take advantage of that as well. That is great art for sure. And even earlier than Genghis Khan, Sherlock Holmes Transcension Kai will be live on the 12th, which is a Saturday in Japan time. So that's what, tomorrow evening for those of you in the US Pacific time zone. Can't wait. And that is it. The next news is on March 17th, which is my birthday. So maybe I'll do a live stream on that and we can just watch it together. That'll be just as the collab starts, so I'm not sure there's going to be that much to talk about unless they're going to be revealing, that second Insidious quest that they're going to that's going to be active there. So we'll see, but I'm thinking maybe we can just have a fun live stream on that date. Why not, right? And here is next week's lucky monsters. If you have at least 3, you're going to maximize your rewards. Hopefully, right, that, was it the light drumming monster, right? He had some kind of drum. From the previous collab is part of the 8 that you can pick up. I do believe I have the 3 out of 4 from last week already, so I think I should be good, which is cool to see. Anyways, that was the long news. There was a lot of stuff to go over. So if you have any questions on anything you saw, let me know. Are you excited for the Kimetsu no Yaiba collab? Let me know. And we will talk about it then. So that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. I appreciate you staying here for almost 30 minutes listening to me. If you like, subscribe, comment, Twitter, Monst, Discord. Also has lots of folks you can play around with. It is a fun time there. And that is it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.